Hello. I'm gonna repeat a joke that I made before starting the recording. And it's DK, Donkey Kong. DK, Donkey Kong is not here. His name is in the title, he's not in this game. Anywho, it's Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. Maury, this is not a Hat in Time. I know it's not a Hat in Time. But see, I've had a very long week, and I feel like that in part has manifested itself as some sort of madness in me, because today I was hit with the urge to play Donkey Kong Country 3. So here we are. I need to turn the volume down a little bit, actually. Sorry, you're gonna hear a Windows noise. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Brace yourself for impact. Ooh, I hate that. The DK is for Dixie Kong, you're right. And Dinky Kong, obviously. Now, his name is Kiddy Kong. So this is Dixie, and Kiddy Kong, Kiddie, not Kitty, as cute as that would be. So Kiddy, I believe, is Dixie's cousin. And for you DK aficionados, Kiddy is Chunky's baby brother, I believe. I know it's been a while. Mork. My name is Mork. Oh, I passed I. What am I doing? There we go. Okay, it's me. VHS. Yeah. Do kids know what those are? Oh, that's weird to contemplate. Vonky Hong Suntry. Hi, Wrinkly. Hello there, it's me, Mrs. Wrinkly Kong. Dixie doesn't care, obviously. I found life too hectic at school with all those naughty Kremlings pestering me all the time. If you need to save your game, Dixie, call here anytime. And I'll record your progress on my new VidMe What's It machine for you. Do you see she's got an N64? Ardent alumni, you know, if I said Kiddy Kong looks particularly gormless, would that strike a familiar chord? What's that? You want to see The Lost World? Which channel is that on, Dixie? I know exactly where you're coming from. Where you got that from, Ardent alumni. I have seen those streams. The Donkey Kong 64 is not the third in the series. This is the third in the series. Surprise. You remember Banjo? Everybody's friend Banjo from Banjo-Kazooie? This game is also filled with bears. Hello there, young Dixie. My name is Bazaar, and this is my general store. All of my brothers are scattered over these islands. Pop in and say hello if you meet them on your travels. So then, how may I be of assistance to you? Where's the shell from? This shell was found at the bottom of Lake Orangutanga and is pretty rare. At 5 bear coins, it's a bargain. Would you like to purchase this fine specimen? No, you gotta be joking, I'm broke. Not interested? Never mind. I'm sure some lucky person will snap it up soon. Is that a mirror? Yeah, but it's no ordinary one, though. It was Cranky's great-grandfather's. I can't let it go for less than 50 coins. Oh, no, I don't want that. That looks like Link's mirror that you get in A Link to the Past. Did you really not know this game existed, Dak? I thought you were doing a bit. Dang. Well, yeah, so this game is real. Donkey Kong Country 3 is real. Yo, Dixie, what's happening? I've set up my smoking new boat shop on this island, but that's not all. I've also brought your excellent cousin Kiddy Kong along for the ride. Oh boy. He may be a toddler, but if you let him throw you upwards, you'll almost reach the stars. Oh yeah. And if you throw him, his humongous body can smash through the floor of some areas. Trust me. Why do you think there's a puddle of water next to my feet? I guess you've really never encountered this game, huh? Well, there you go. Donkey Kong Country 3 is real. Hang 5, Kongs. Yeah, so in this one there's vehicles. You know, like Donkey and Diddy hoofed it everywhere. No, we're traveling in style. Your cousin just didn't buy this one, nor did any of your other SNES owning friends, huh? So I never owned this game either. I guess for those of you who do know me, and for those of you who don't, one of my absolute favorite games of all time is Donkey Kong Country 2. I stream that 100%. I play through that one every once in a while. I love that game. This game, I've never owned. I knew a kid who owned it, so I've played some of it. I do not have as great an attachment to this game. Ugh, he's so heavy. As 2. Yeah, I can't actually throw Kitty up there because he's too big. He's too heavy. So I'm curious now how many folks here are familiar with this game and how many folks here have never seen it before. This is the one where they finally find the crystal coconut correct. Unfortunately, Kiddy Kong, being a toddler, immediately puts it in his mouth. So I'm gonna be out front. Unlike Donkey Kong Country 2, this is not going to be a 100% run. Because unlike Donkey Kong Country 2, I don't know this game like the back of my hands. There's also a lot of things in this game that I just don't like doing. And some of the bonus stages genuinely drive me crazy. Specifically, the collect the green bananas bonus stage, which are in this game but not in 2. And those just drive me crazy. I can't deal with them. Is there a secret down here? You didn't own this one on SNES, but you borrowed a copy from a friend for like years. Been there. Oh, goody. I'm gonna miss the Lost World levels. I genuinely can't recall. Does this game have a way to cheap your way into the Lost World like 2 does? Because 2 is kind of a roundabout little trick you can do to get all of the Crim points you need to access the Lost World. I don't know if this game lets you cheap it out. This is the first game you ever remember playing, gosh. It would be really nostalgic, huh? So did it set your expectations then for video games as a whole? If they don't have monkeys in them, I don't want them. Ugh. I feel like there's... wait, why did I switch? Hang on. We need the powerful toddler. There we go, okay. I do remember how to unlock the Lost World itself. I do remember that. But actually getting all the bonus coins you need to get all the way through the Lost World, I don't know if there's a way to cheap your way through that or not. Yeah, since this game uses code cheats, you know, I was thinking while I was setting up stream that are cheat codes really a thing anymore? Like, they used to be so ubiquitous, you know, back in the earlier days of gaming. Maybe also as a way for devs to kind of give themselves a little something extra for testing purposes. But I don't know if games these days are often released with cheat codes or not. And I don't even just mean, like, codes to unlock things. But, you know, goofy bonuses like bobbleheads. Hang on, which way is forward and which way is bonuses? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is that cheat codes are primarily a debug function for Q&A. Oh. There we go. Games don't want you to cheat anymore. If you say a game is single player, you should be allowed to goof around or skip. And whatever happened to all the goofing options, you know? Also, is the volume still good? I hope I am not being drowned out. Because it sounds a little loud on my end, but I don't know anymore. This is what the volume was set at when I was streaming Earthbound, so shrug. Sounds fine. Cool. Okay, good. Oh, that's right. Sorry, not cheat codes. Yeah, we call them in-app purchases now. Oh, that's so bleak. Cheat codes have become DLC opportunities. It's all about money, isn't it? Now if you want the bobblehead, you have to pay $50. Has anyone here read about, I don't want to, I was going to call it a debacle. A debacle? It's debacle, isn't it? I never say it right. The thing about pre-orders for the new Dragon Age game, where there are these ridiculously expensive tiers, like $160 American or something, for like a collector's edition tier of the game. It doesn't even come with a copy of the game itself. 3%. Okay, hang on. I'm actually going to turn it down a little on my end, and you're going to hear an ugly Windows noise. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. I hate that ugly Windows noise. Okay. This might be too quiet now, but whatever, we're here. Uh-oh, I almost hit that B. There we go. Yeah, without the game. Which is wild. But yeah, you're paying like $150, $60 American. Oh yeah, it's a bit quiet now, figures. But yeah, it's you have to pay so much money and it doesn't even come with a copy of the game. It's absurd. I hope this is better, and if not, I'll turn it up again. Marie, you always fuss about the volume. I know. Because I want it to be a pleasant listening experience. You know, heaven for fans, someone misses an inane word, I say. Or the squeak of a rat. Not even a download code. Like, that's so wild to me. I mean, even in recent memory, I know there have been issues with, I think, like, some collector's editions of some games not coming with a download, coming with a download code for, like, the Steam version instead of a physical copy of the game, which is so weird, again, because, like, if you're gonna shill out for a physical version of a game with all those bells and whistles, you want, you know, something actually physical, tangible that you can keep. RIP 2 lives. Yeah, that's the thing. If you want to sell merch and call it merch, I guess it's just... I love this bird that you found. It's an energetic little thing, isn't it? I would like to save my game. She's playing Mario 64. Do keep a lookout for any banana birds. They're ever such nice company. I just want to enjoy this music for a second. Oh, faded away. But I believe this game came out like maybe even a couple months before the N64. Barnacle's Island. Hello there. How's it going, Kongs? Barnacle's me name, and I've set up home here to build me shell collection. Have you seen my shell collection? It's nearly complete. You're just like, have you seen my shell collection? They just leave. You know what? Let's go buy a shell for... I was gonna call him Bluster. No, that's a completely different character from the Donkey Kong extended universe. I have to go back in the shack. Hello, Funky, don't perceive me. Goodbye. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, it seems to be a thing with games these days, like AAA games. People pre-order them when you don't have to. Because, you know, normally when you pre-order something, or at least back in the day, you would pre-order something to secure your physical copy and make sure the game store got enough. But, in this day and age, there's not really a need to pre-order stuff anymore if it's digital. So I don't really get the trend of pre-ordering digital games, especially when they have stuff like, oh, if you pay for the deluxe edition, you can play the game like 2 days early or something. Like, what? You're selling people FOMO. Don't do that. There seems to be a cheat for getting 85 coins, but was that all of them? That sounds right. I think 2 had 75. Did my view shrink a bit? Wait. Like, my view of the... I'm looking at OBS. It's not cutting anything off, is it? You pre-ordered Splatoon 3 because it was cheaper in store. Like, that I get. If you're pre-ordering for a deal... I guess I should maybe pay attention to this. This is reminding you of easy fatalities being behind a paywall in one of the modern Mortal Kombats. Ugh! That's awful. Like, why... I don't know if they mean that as an accessibility feature, but why would you paywall that? Well, let's before I have to resort to the code, let's see how many bonuses I can actually bother to get. I mean, this is not going to be a 100% run, but I'm gonna try and get clownfish, whatever is in front of me. We'll see how many I can get before I lose my mind. Yeah, like, I know there's stuff like DLC that's exclusive to pre-order, but again, it's the FOMO of everything. Oh. I feel like there should be Unguard or something, or I guess I could just take a hit. There's probably Unguard and I missed him. Whatever. Nobody likes Kiddy Kong anyway. Yeah, I missed a fish. Sorry, Unguard, but, I mean, we'll see him again. This game does look really good for... I don't want to say all of its faults, because a lot of people here, by the sounds of it, have never seen this game before. So I don't want to color anyone's perspective too much. But it is a very nice looking game. It reminds me a lot of the wilderness up, like, in the Northwest, like, just around the mountains. Maybe, like, just the Pacific Northwest, specifically. Maybe like a little bit of the Rockies, a little bit. Like, if you were to set a Donkey Kong Country game in Canada, I feel like this is pretty close. Get out of here. You think Kiddy Kong is fine. You can't say that. You can't have a neutral opinion to this character. You have to commit. Oh man, I screwed that up. Basically what it's supposed to be, like the Pacific Northwest. Probably missed a bonus or something by failing to do the water bounce with Kiddy. Did you know this infant can bounce on the water like a stone? It's true. I don't know if actual toddlers can do this, but if you experiment, I did not tell you to do it. I'm innocent. Northern Cremisphere. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that's what the setting was called. Oh yeah, I totally missed a bonus stage. Well, that's it. It's gone forever. You also commit to a neutral opinion on Kiddy Kong. No, you have to either love something or hate it with every fiber of your being. You're not allowed to have a nuanced opinion on the internet. Illegal. Oh man, I needed that barrel. Heck. Is there another barrel somewhere? Is it gonna come back? Nope. Gone forever. Just like my hopes and dreams. Ow. Yeah, I deserve that. Actually, this is a weird tangent. Speaking of hopes and dreams, gosh darn it. So I may need to, in the middle of September, till about the middle of November, I may need to temporarily move my Tuesday streams to Wednesdays. And that's because I have preemptively signed up for, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the JLPT, the Japanese Language Proficiency Test, but I have preemptively signed up for an N5 prep course. N5 being like the easiest level of it, or the first level of it, so to speak, which, if I get in the class, will be on Tuesday evenings from the middle of September till about mid-November. I think ending on my birthday, actually. So if that is the case, I will have to temporarily move my Tuesdays to Wednesdays, if folks can forgive me. But something I've been wanting to do for a long time is to attempt the JLPT and get some more, like, actual proper formal education under my belt. Oh, thank you. So the scary thing is that if I want to sign up for the JLPT, which is only done a few times a year, I would have to... The sign up for it is during September, like before the classes start. And I have to basically sign up then for the test on the 1st of December, or I'll have to wait for, like, the test that's in June or July or whenever it is. So basically, I have to be confident that I will pass the test if I sign up for it. Enjoy Kong College, I will. Kong Daigaku, I guess. I don't know if Japanese has any distinction between university and college. I just know Daigaku. Actually, I was surprised to see it pointed out on a Tumblr post a while ago that I don't know if they're interchangeable per se in the US, but here in Canada, college and university are different things. And I think they're, if not interchangeable, largely the same thing in the US. Oh, the gimmick stages begin. Oh yeah, so Donkey Kong Country 3 is full of gimmick stages, and this is one of them. Maury, what's the gimmick? Well, it's dark here, mostly, but also... Ow, I didn't mean to get hit. But if you see a ratto in the light, as Ellie, this elephant here, she gets spooked and starts running. Because, you know, I get elephants don't like mice. Practice with Japanese-only streams. Like, Inugame Korone only speaking English during the original Mario Bros. That's what I could do, I suppose. Work on my vocabulary that way. Yeah, the second stage had the door gimmick, but that one was fairly benign. That one doesn't strike me as a gimmick. Because it doesn't make me go, ugh, this. Oh, why did I do that? Hang on, give me that. Alright. Hang on, do I need this too? Platform. This mill does not look very safe. In Boston, there's a Boston College and a Boston University, and they're two completely different schools. Is there a difference between them with regards to, like, their accreditation? Ah, really? Oh, I guess I need that barrel to get rid of those rattos. Eh. Didn't Mythbusters do an episode where they wanted to see if elephants were actually afraid of mice, like the cartoon stereotype? And discovered, actually, yeah, they kind of avoid them. Maybe in the same way that people tend to avoid insects. Which also reminds me in a weird way. When I was on the train earlier heading home from work, and I felt like a weird tickle around my neck, and I thought it was like a stray hair or something. And I brush away, and it turns out it's like, it was I think like a bee or a wasp. I think it might have been a wasp, because it wasn't fuzzy. But I am not really bothered by insects, so I just kind of like gently set it aside. But then it started... Yeah, I guess I could see the reactions from a lot of other people. Probably not as nonplussed. Nonplussed is not the word. Sorry, that's like confused. No, as unfazed. But yeah, then the bee, the wasp, whatever, started climbing on the back of the lady next to me. And I thought, no, wait, I should probably say something because either she might get stung or the bee will get squashed or people will panic. So I just gently got her attention and said, hey, there's a bee on your back. Would you like me to get it off for you? So I did. I let it climb onto the back of my phone, and I was going to try and escort it outside at the next stop, but it flew off. Alas. Ah! Rattos. And then I thought, do I look like a weirdo because I just calmly escorted this bee away? She was very grateful, but gosh darn it. There we go, okay. Toughest challenge in the whole level. How do mice feel about elephants? Asking the real questions. Swanky Sideshow. Remember Swanky Kong? Nobody remembers Swanky Kong. Well, would you believe it? Hello, kitty. Welcome along to my all-new bonus tent. My show is on the road and it's in every land. The cost of this game? 2 coins in the hand. There are some great prizes on offer today, so come on in and choose to play. Just do that in your way. So come on, kitty, and have a go. You could well win. You'd never know. Thank you, Gruntilda. Okay, head-to-head. Let's do head-to-head. The happiest player at the end wins. I don't want to get existential. Hi, Cranky. This is where Cranky is, playing carnival games. Gotta be yours truly if you want to win any prizes. Oh no, that's not the throw button. Oh, jeez. I was pressing Y. Heck. Y feels like it should be the shoot button. I want that Squitter doll down there. Look at it. Jeez. This is misery. Hey, you're giving Cranky targets faster than me. Jeez. Just end me. Just let him win. Just let him win. This is a nightmare for you as a kid. You really gonna compete against a literal toddler, Grandpa? Wow, I got a consolation prize. Let me try one more time. That's just Donkey Kong with a bowler hat. Shh. Okay, race to 25. Yeah, good job. You beat a baby at hand-eye coordination. This is going to be like taking candy from a baby. Maybe he doesn't recognize that Kitty is a baby. Maybe he also thought Kitty's name was Kitty. You know, cat boys are all the rage. Including amongst the Kong clan. Kitty Kong plays Final Fantasy XIV and mains a Mikote. Donkey Kong plays as a Rogadine. More, are you actually thinking about this? Yes. Yay, I did it. Did you see that last shot? It went clean through the target. Honest. Woohoo. Hooray. Redemption, I think. Okay. Belch's Barn. Oh boy. I don't remember really liking any of the boss fights in this game. Speaking of nightmares, I suppose so, huh? This is a pretty nightmarish looking barrel. Like, why does it have eyes like that? Why are they so bloodshot? Get this barrel some Visine. And maybe a Pepto-Bismol. Or like some good nutritional advice. The barrel has had a few too many, maybe. These bugs are pickled in whiskey. There he goes. Not actually dead, though. He's just down there now. We've just trapped this barrel in the basement for all eternity. Wouldn't be quite as nightmarish if the teeth didn't move independently. Probably looks even more horrifying from the front. It's a good thing we're only seeing the side view of that barrel. Roger the Potted Ghost. No, I like Roger. Don't put Roger in the same category as Belcha. Roger had Shy Guy groupies, too. Belcha has nobody. Except those beetles, and they probably didn't come there of their own volition. Eh. Oh, wait, is this the stage with those irritating monkeys throwing rocks? Yep. I'll get used to that noise. Donk, 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 forever. Why are they striking out against their own kind? Maybe they're jealous that they are not a title Kong, merely like some branch family. I think there's actually a warp in the bottom right that takes you to the end of the stage. Like if you get behind this barrel. But I also don't really want to cheat my way through the stage. But I'm pretty sure there's a warp there. They learned from humans. I mean, do humans exist in this universe? Hi, Belle. Monkey. Monkey. Yeah, I don't actually know how one is supposed to read that out loud. Aw, man. What are they throwing? Like acorns? I remember once playing, a max raid battle in, Scarlet and Violet. And another trainer there had a Rillaboom that was named Monkey. Like M-O-N-K-E, and then like a bunch of ellipses. Which is a very powerful name. Okay, let me try this again. I might still get smacked in the butt with an acorn, but you know, who cares? Ugh. Everything's good. Donkey Kong kidnapped Pauline, so yeah, humans exist. I was gonna say, in this dimensional plane, before thinking of how unhinged that sounds. Or humans have gone extinct in this universe, but that's also kind of horrifying. Dixie just let a toddler pick up explosives and detonate it while holding it. Not a great babysitter. Well, I mean, she's probably doing better than Funky. And Funky was probably just letting Kiddy Kong have, like, free reign with all the power tools in his shop. I don't think Dixie is 5 years old. I don't know how old Dixie is, but definitely older than that. She gives me, like, teenager energy. Whoop, whoop. Aw, come on, what? I feel like the hitboxes in this game are kind of weird. Granted, the hitboxes in the first Donkey Kong Country were also kind of weird. Were the ones in 2 weird? Genuinely don't remember, because I love 2 so much, I'm probably biased. But I don't remember having problems with it. Hang on, I need Dixie for that. Oh. Oh no. The baby. The baby. I lost the baby. Yeah, Diddy and Dixie have to be older, but I don't think they're like children. Like teenagers, certainly. Oh god, I hate the green bananas bonus stages so much. Honestly, I don't even like the bonus stage music in this game. Something about it just drives me up the wall. Like it's mocking me with its smug aura. Okay, don't hit an acorn on the way down. Okay. I just know DKC2's hitboxes so well they don't seem weird to me. That may very well be it. Get out of here, Ratto. Unless you want to, like, be the replacement for Kitty Kong, that's fine. Hang on, I want to take a minute. Shh, Dixie, I'm on my last life and you're breaking my concentration. I'm gonna hydrate and posture check for free. Listen to this music for a bit. It's cute. It's like Peach's Castle, but not quite. Okay. Oh, see, it's not free anymore. Boogie's forced my hands. Hello, Tenose. How are you? Drinking and stretching for free in this economy? The bonus level music sounds like Anticipation in that weird Pictionary game on the NES. The one composed by... Oh gosh, what's his name? The guy that would, you know, go real hard on the NES compositions like in Silver Surfer. Did he do Plock also? What is that guy's name? Unfortunately, the only name that my brain is providing me right now is, for some reason, Steve Carell, which is most emphatically not correct. Well, I actually needed Kitty to bounce on the water. That's fine. I'm gonna have to go back and redo this level anyway, because you're supposed to be speedy for this level, and I don't remember my way through. Yeah, not even close, I know. That's why I'm so bemused that that's the name my brain is providing. Sometimes I get stuck on what I know is the wrong answer to something. But it's all my brain will provide. It'll get stuck on something. And I'll be like, no brain, that's not the answer. Really? That's what's up there? I thought I'd get a bonus stage at least. That's disappointing. Oh, heck. I need to do that better. Oh, no! Oh, I think I needed invincibility to get up there. Where's the invincibility? I don't know. That's not it. Bees. Heck, bees. The time I have to beat in this level is really tight. I mean, I've already passed it. I do like a good speedrunning challenge. I mean, I detoured, and I'm only 10 seconds over. Bees and beans. I want to try that again. I'm also missing bonus stages, but like, you know, whatever. Go, 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 go. Dang it. Well, this is good practice for the roles that Kitty Kong can do, or something. If I really like speedrun challenges, I ought to try Donkey Kong Land 3, and by that you mean 100% it. Oh boy, I didn't mean to duck there. That's not good. Really? 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 Oh, I'm gonna be too slow, I bet. Actually, no, I'm only a second behind BR. What could BR stand for? I actually know what it stands for, but... Uh-oh. I threaded that beetle. Get it? Ugh. You know, one reason I've been thinking a lot about how I want to redo my VTuber avatar is so I can have more and better expressions so I can make a proper disgusted face when I tell a bad joke. There we go. New record! Right? It's like, I love streaming with Octomori, because I can make faces. And then it feels weird being an Octoling when I'm not playing Splatoon. I'm lucky I don't have the throwing system set up. Now see, for me, for my streams, because I like to focus on gameplay and my chill commentary, relatively speaking, chill, the throwing would be distracting. Oh my gosh, Belle! I'm so excited! If I can help in any way, or if I can be privy to the process, if that's not a weird thing to ask. Because, you know, I love your Blender wizardry. Boy, I was thinking, I'm going way too slow here. I'm gonna get hit by that cloud of bees. Oh, wait. There's no time limit here. Or no, there's no time to beat. Why do I feel so empty? I can do that. You know, there's something... I don't really like the enemy design in this game as much as 2, but there's something about these springy orange crocodiles that I enjoy. They look cheese-flavored. I don't know if that's an objectively unhinged thing to say, but that's what they look like. Okay, so that's forward. So I need to go get some more Rados. Are the blend shapes difficult to do? So that's like stuff for facial expressions and stuff, right? I taught myself some like real basics, like super basics when I made this model. Just sort of to understand the bare bones of the terminology. Ooh, hang on. I need that. Ugh. 8 hours, woof. Hardcore. Okay, hang on. Did I get all the Rados? I think I got all the Rados. Eh. It's not that long. That feels like a long time, but I guess for someone like me, where trying to focus on anything is a nightmare. I did do a bunch of art this afternoon, though, which is weird. Like, I was dead tired from work, and I was gonna have a lie down, but then I was thinking to myself, I don't want to have a lie down. That's boring. So I drank some cold brew, and then I wound up, like, going into this weird fugue state and drawing for a few hours. And losing track of time. Oh, I was trying to switch Kongs, but I guess I can't switch while I'm on the hamster wheels? Eh. Get up there. There we go. I missed when you said the name Timful, and that's it. That's the guy. Why? See, I don't know why my brain was stuck on Steve Carell. That's emphatically not the right name. But I'll be like, no, brain, it's not that. And my brain's like, Steve Carell? No. Brain, Steve Carell? No. Steve Carell's brain. Please. Oh, see, I thought when they said Anticipation, I thought that was the name of a song in Pictionary. So I didn't question it. Also, speaking of David Wise, I don't know if those of you who are familiar with other Donkey Kongs, but on this one have noticed this game is not composed by David Wise. I don't remember the name of the composer off the top of my head. I want to say it starts with an S. It's not Steve Carell. I think it was a woman. I don't remember her name, though. So it's a different flavor than the more ambient sounds of Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2. And then the goofy, cartoony Grant Kirkhope sounds of Donkey Kong 64. I do know David Wise did the Game Boy Advance soundtrack for this game. I've only heard a couple songs from it, and I don't really know how it is overall, because the Game Boy Advance does not have a very great sound chip, so it can be hard to make stuff on the GBA sound really good. Now, some composers can really make it work for them, like Motoi Sakuraba, I think, did some really good stuff on the GBA. But how is David Wise with the GBA? I don't know. Eveline Fisher. Okay, where am I getting the S then? My brain was like, Sarah something? No. Sarah Carell? Cool sibling, you should get some sleep. Get some good Z's. I mean, I've heard people say that I'm nice to listen to while they're trying to get some good Z's. Promise I won't yell. Or at least, you know, I don't think I'm even capable of yelling very loud. Can I still? Yeah. He's doing those in, like, footy pajamas. That's kind of impressive. For an infant. I mean, okay, I would be impressed with an adult doing that in footy pajamas. Oh, wait, I need another... There we go. Steel keg. The beer's gonna be all shaken up at the end. Come on. Come on. Okay, there we go. We... Back the way we came! Whoops. Bored. I want to say this guy's name is Perry. Perry the Parakeet. Oh no! I was worried I was gonna hit the B, so I pulled back on my jump a little and I murdered Perry. Rip. Evelyn Fisher voiced Joanna Dark. Yeah, I remember being told that and I completely forgot. It's cool when they use devs as VAs, huh? And like Hades. Now his name is Mud. Let's try... What's endurance? The longer you last, the bigger your prize. Okay. If a little girl or a dopey kid can beat me, I'll hang up my gloves. That's not how you spell dopey, Cranky. So is it like just whoever misses one first? What's going on here? These targets are kind of cute, aren't they? Like, for Kongs hating the Kremlings so much, I mean, they sure paint them in a positive light sometimes. Look at those big eyes. Those big, soulful eyes. Yay, took you long enough, old man. Oh, so you managed to fluke victory, huh? I'd like to see you try again. I swear one of the victory... I was gonna say it's a victory animation. One of the things that can happen when you win against Cranky is he actually throws a ball at your head. Wow, I'm better than melatonin gummies. Those actually work well for people? I've tried melatonin a couple times, but I feel like my results were inconclusive. Although, I feel like they gave me weird dreams. Weirder than usual. You're on him. It's hard to tell if it's, you know, like the placebo effect kind of thing, or if it works better for some people than it does others. I feel like there's also a warp somewhere in this stage. Oh! Another board. Squawks, our old friend Squawks. I feel like in 2, I remember finding it kind of ambiguous what he was spitting, like they were seeds or coconuts, but these... I feel like the spot pattern that these objects have is only in 3. I don't think they were spotted in 2. Melatonin is a weird thing. They'll put you to sleep for the exact time frame stated. Why can I not hit this single bee, but you always feel like garbage upon waking up? Now what if one is like me who always feels like garbage no matter what upon waking up? Checkmate. They make your restless leg syndrome worse, plus ADHD means your sleep phases are delayed. Oh, bother. Does that also affect one's sleep? That's irksome. You know why I hate these bonus stages? Because it's just waiting around for Banan to appear. Tedious. Did you know this game features several different cheat codes? However, you can only input them when you are making a new file, because the cheat code is your file name. I think it's only when you're making your file. But one of the cheat codes you can put in this game makes the bonus stages Christmas themed. Why can't I hit this single B? And like, instead of collecting stars, you collect presents. And the music is Christmassy too. I don't remember if it affects anything beyond the bonus stages. I think it's just the bonus stages get Christmassy. Gosh darn it. Also, hello, Sparrow. Ooh. Why do I look over and I just see the word Zelda? I don't even know the context of why Andorra is saying Zelda. Ah, secret banana. You feel it invokes more tiredness when you wake up than when you go to sleep. I wonder if there's a correlation with ADHD then. Just pin the word Zelda. Oh, there's no secret there. I hope Echoes of Wisdom is good. It looks promising. There's a secret down here, right? Right? Ah. Doing. Sometimes you're just like, Zelda. Zelda? Zelda. Have you ever heard the sound that a porcupine makes? They don't say Zelda, I think. But they are very squeaky. Doing. Oh, okay. I'll stop making annoying sounds. Ooh. Spicy. Uh-oh. Spicy. Let me get rid of this barrel before I embarrass myself. Oh. Okay, okay. We good? I should maybe look at what I'm doing, not read chat, and focus so I don't run into a porcupine. Probably should also break that. That would be a good idea. Now, I don't know Dixie's qualifications as a babysitter, but probably looks really bad if you leave your charge sitting in a barrel instead of taking them with you, I think. You're excited for Echoes of Wisdom, except you don't really like Zelda's look, but your guess it's good she can switch outfits. I'm kind of ambivalent to her look in that game. The outfit thing is fun, though, that they have, like, practical uses. That's kind of a fun thing that they've embraced since Breath of the Wild, is fun outfits for Link and Zelda. I'm sure she'll have some goofy ones, too. Can we put her in a horse costume? Like half of Epona? Oh, that was the first silly thing that popped into my head. I don't know what that says about me. Oh, you name a file Zelda in the Japanese version of Link's Awakening, it plays Totaka song. It is correct. And there's also another one in the German localization of the game. If you name yourself Moise? M-O-Y-S-E? I don't know if that's how you say it. Who is the name of the German localizer. It plays a different song. Brash's cabin. Angie Bear. Hey, it's the Banana Brain Kongs. What do you think you're doing coming into Brash's cabin without asking? See that riverbank race? I ran that in 1:15. You couldn't do it in double that time. What? You can't have beaten my time? I've held that record for the last 2 years running. You've made me so angry I could. Uh-huh. I'm gonna drink some water. He's having a tantrum. Hang on. There we go. Cool. Well, I guess we know who the real toddler is here. So angry I could imitate a Kremling. Eh. Okay, wait. I feel like... Wait, no, wrong Kong. Aha! This one's right at the start. So I don't have to, like, redo a bunch. I remember that from speedruns. Kitty Kong is mature in comparison. The bar is so low. Yeah, I wonder genuinely if Banjo is related to these bears at all. Like, they were probably cooking something. Because the game that became Banjo-Kazooie was, I think, originally being developed for the SNES, I think. Rare's Project Dream. And I don't know how much of its development was sort of concurrent with this. Trying to remember how to aim water. There we go. But I wonder if there was, like, some inspiration for Banjo or these bears, like, from one another. You know what I'm saying? I barely know what I'm saying. Point is, bears. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Oh, they vanish. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's not convenient. Why am I throwing it so far? Oh, that was terrible. Oh, I'm embarrassed by that. I'm out of water. Hang on. Oh no! Oh, the bad fish. The bad fish is in there. Okay, let me try that again and not just, like, throw them halfway across the world. Oh, do I only need two? I guess I only need two. For some reason I was thinking that was gonna be a longer stretch. And I had to space my barrels out better, but no. Okay, don't hit the bad fish. Whoop. Whoop. Sklorp. Sklorp. I don't need that coin. I don't need that coin. I do not need that coin. What the... Okay. I think my first barrel just vanished into the ether there. Okay, I'll take this. What am I gonna do with it? I don't know. Oh, you. Okay. I already missed at least one of these coins. You know, whatever. Okay, no bad fish. No bad fish. Bad fish. Why, these barrels just vanish at the drop of a hat. I feel like there's a secret down there. Is there a secret down here? Nope, just regrets. Oh, come on. Oh, I was still had water, that's why I couldn't absorb. There we go. Sklorp. This elephant's human eyes disturb you. I guess they are a little... They're a little too wide, a little too blue, huh? Oh. I must have to drop from above to get that. Oh. Oh no, I didn't mean to step on... Oh, no. I steppied. Oh, no. Wait. Maybe we're okay. Maybe we're okay. Maybe they'll all come back. Nope. Oh, never mind. I made it. Yeah. That crumbling sounded like an angry bear. Oh, that was extremely low effort. Hooray. A whole 10 stars. You know, more than your average Mario Party match. Eh. Oh, I'm out of juice. Oh, I can't get that bee. I can't aim my trunk down. Never mind. Ugh. Nope. There we go. Sklorp. Oh. Why is there a trail of bananas leading over this bee? Maybe there's something hidden if I jump over it, but that doesn't really sound worth it. No. Oh, and of course, Kitty. Kitty is the one who remains. Ugh. Hooray. That tantrum just for a bird. There we go. Why are these peeled birds stuck in these crystalline caves? I don't know. Probably K. Rool. Oh yeah, so K. Rool is the boss again. He's causing problems, but he's not King K. Rool and he's not Captain K. Rool. He's Baron K. Roolenstein now. He's a mad scientist. He's reinventing himself. He had to go find himself. He went to find himself in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, I remember the kid I knew who had this... Really? Okay. The kid I knew in elementary school who had this game. I remember we were struggling on this boss. You know, when you're little and it's hard to envision the path of objects, like when an enemy is shooting bullets at you, like these rubber bouncy balls. Also, like, what kind of creature is this guy supposed to be, really? Like, nominally a spider, I guess. But look at those eyes. A grotesque number of eyes. Only 2. How wrong. Obscene. Disgusting. Ah, oh, jeez. Oh, that was scary. Gonna gently put that down. Well, he shoots his super balls at me. Okay. There we go. Cool. Goodbye. Parents, start your kids on Toho. Give them a head start in life. K. Rool in Donkey Kong Land 3 had a bouncing attack, and it took forever for Kid U to beat that. I feel like that probably... Like, that kind of movement stymied a lot of kids. I've been watching your progress for a while, Dixie. The name's Blunder, but you can call me Mr. Blunder. I will not. So you think you're gonna find everything in the game, eh? You don't even know there's a lost world, do ya? Whoops, I think I just let the cat out of the bag. Look at his spinning novelty bow tie. We're never gonna talk to this man again, but somebody took the time to animate his spinning novelty bow tie. That was another boss. That was a nightmare as a kid. Seeing me defeat it in 40 seconds was cathartic. You're welcome. A patch. Oh yeah, this is just what I needed to cut my smoking addiction. Hang on for just a couple seconds, Dixie, and I'll get you a cool new tub for you to rub-a-dub-dub. Can I pay you to not talk like that? Well, yeah, I bought a shell for a bear, and then I never went back, even though I left the world to get a shell. Typical. I mean, he did offer for us to view his shell collection, and then we just immediately turned around and left, which I think is the correct answer. I'm joshing, by the way. If you have a cool shell collection, I want to see it. What a beautiful shell. It's just what I needed to finish off me collection. I forgot what accent I was doing. Say, Dixie, would you swap that shell for me, bird? Arr, that I will. Nah, I like me shell. Oh, it's a shame. It would have had pride of place on my shelf. Who says that? Pride of place. So I know that's like a snail shell, like the bottom middle of his shelf, but after playing Wadham, it's hard not to see it as something else. Yes, I used to be a scuba diver, but something back home. Arr, that I will. You would? That's great! Here's the bird. Please take care of him. Look at his peeled friend. Would anyone in chat, and no obligation, would anyone in chat be willing to find like the official render of a banana bird from this game, so folks who have never encountered Donkey Kong Country 3 can see what we are rescuing from these crystalline caves? These peeled parakeets. No, it's horrifying. That's fair. I wasn't really paying attention to that. So I'm glad I got it. Did you look up the peeled bird? Oh, does Kapotoko have it? Bless. God, that's even worse than I remember. Oh, man. Hang on, I wanna... Oh, that's annoying. What do you mean, no? I really want to share this with the chat, but... Or not with the chat, rather. But, hang on. Let me just... I'm gonna find an image and share it with everyone. Did that work? I don't want Microsoft Edge. Jeez. Jeez, I just want the image, please. Hang on. I'm gonna do this. Ugh. This is so... Okay. No. Image. Okay, you know, I can't get it to work. I can't. My eyes are closed. Because it's all like, oh, do you want to save this image as a Microsoft Edge web page? I don't. I'd like to just drag it into my desktop so I can show everybody. But if you're watching this, either live or a recording on YouTube, just go look up Banana Bird DKC3 so you can see, my God, the eyes are even worse than I remember. What world sucks less? I don't remember. Both probably pretty bad. Mechanos, okay. Yeah, its feet are normal for birds. It's again, the eyes. Something about the eyes are just like, and anatomically, like, if you felt its neck, would it feel like a peeled banana? In some ways, we are protected by the low resolution of these graphics. Look at this owl. Speaking of horrifying birds, I guess they could be wearing goggles. But maybe they're just tweaked on like 5,000 milligrams of pure caffeine. You know, no rest for the wicked in Baron K. Rulenstein's army. I want to say, as soon as the fireballs bounce, you know, like fireballs do, they are no longer on the same plane as your Kong, and you won't get hit by it. I think. You didn't even think about the texture. You're welcome. Just imagine giving a little banana bird some scritches. It's kind of sticky. It's cool how you can choose your world. Yeah, just don't think about the texture. Do banana birds ripen now? Like, are they green when they first hatch? Oh. You know, the horror in this game has been strictly reptilian for too long. We need avian horror now. Baron K. Rulenstein has delivered. Human eyes atop a peeled banana transported by wings of peel and feet of claw. I don't even care I got hit by that. I was reading the chat and it was good. Oh. Wait. Oh no, I missed. Squitter was the other way. Hang on. Ritual sacrifice. When the bird lays them, are they in an egg or are they in an unpeeled banana? Well, maybe the egg has like it's an egg shape, right? But the exterior is banana texture. What if that? Dixie just got Terminator 2'd. Single thumbs up as she melts. Okay, this is where I need to go. Don't shoot. Oh, come on. You know, you can have that. You can have that. It was Kitty Kong. There we go. Unpeeled egg. Single ponytail up. Alright, now here's... I was gonna say a real spider, but... Unfortunately, Squitter also only has 2 eyes. Like an unholy abomination. I wonder if... I am not arachnophobic myself. And I know there are games out there that have certain settings available to make spiders less spidery for those who have arachnophobia. I think, was it Lethal Company or some game? They just replaced it with the word spider, which honestly I would find a lot more terrifying coming at me. Oh, there's a thing up there, and I don't have Kitty Kong to throw. It was lethal. So is it really just the word spider? Because that is hysterical. I would find that a lot more alarming, personally, if this giant piece of typography was zooming at me at 100 miles an hour. Anyway, I guess if anyone in chat has a picture of that handy, not to digress too much, but I'm wondering if one is an arachnophobe. Now, does Squitter ping that arachnophobia? Or because Squitter only has 2 eyes and cute sneakers, that it doesn't read the same as a spider? I don't know, because I don't have arachnophobia. So I would not be able to say. I would really love to play Lethal Company someday. It sounds a lot of fun. But I guess it's one of those things you need friends to play with. Let me see this. It's just the word spider coming at you. Oh, that's hilarious. And honestly, I would find that so much more alarming than a spider coming at me. Squitter does not do yours, but him running in place did a bit. I wonder if it's the movement then. Not, oh, I just closed the spider image and the banana bird image was there. Somebody needs to mod the spiders in Lethal Company to not be spiders, and to not be the text saying spider, but to being banana birds. Morning, kitty! Brigadier Bazooka here. All present and correct, I see. Marvelous. I fought in the Crimean War, don't you know, but I retired from the service along with Big Bessie. Who's Big Bessie? She's only the biggest and greatest cannon of all time. What a beauty. I have lots of old artillery, you know, but Bessie's my favorite. What a noise. You think that's a real mustache that he grew? The banana skin. Who does have arachnophobia, stated the thing about spiders that bothers her is their movement. The way their multiple legs skitter about, it makes her itchy. You know, I get that. Like, and this is definitely not the time for me to be reading chat while I'm trying to do this stage. But I get that. Like, if I'm surrounded by like flies, or fruit flies, or any other sort of insect buzzing around me, they make my nose itch. Oh, there was a thing up there. Whoops. I guess I could just take the L. Hang on. I need to run into something. There we go. It's a long time without an obstacle. Like, even though they don't bite or anything, it's a psychosomatic thing. They make my nose itch. I don't like it. He got that mustache in the war. Yeah, he ripped it off another guy. They look so thrilled to be on this coaster. Now, you think I would love this because I love the coaster levels in Donkey Kong Country 2. I forgot that was the noise Kitty makes when you die as him. I mean, same. Is it the same bear in every house? That would be a lot funnier, actually. Like, it's just the same guy. Just rapidly running between houses. Changing facial hair. Because Barnacle had a mustache, too. I didn't hit that B this time. What's up? Ah, dang it. Yeah, okay. Was that worth it? Not really. Up there with Robotnik's laugh noise and Mean Bean Machine. I can't remember that one off the top of my head. Oh, it was destroy them all. You know, it said that, and I'm like, I just have to get to the ends. Oh well, whatever. I went back for it, it was not a success. That's okay. As I said, this is not going to be a 100% run. I'm just vibing. It's one of the reasons I decided to do this instead of Hattie Time today. Was that I just didn't feel up to the thought that Hattie Time would require. Especially as, you know, I haven't, oopsie, played the DLC before. So it's learning new stuff. Now this game I have played before, although I don't know it all nearly as well as 2. I wonder if that's one of the devs just going, ah! That would be really funny if so. You know, this music also is not as good as the coaster music from Donkey Kong Country 2. Like, you know, it's fine, like, tense chase music. But it's not the sort of joy that I want. This is making me think of, oh boy, well boy, Revenge of Meta Knight from Kirby Superstar. The very end of it. Where you're in the wheelie bike trying to get off the halberd. Oh, hello, Roboy. Welcome. I mean, I did want to see Egg Seal. I love Egg Seal, but also I thought I had to remember the layout of the cruise ship, and I thought I do not have the brain power for that right now. I am so dead from the week. Like, real talk, I had to call in sick to work on Thursday. I called in Wednesday afternoon, so they weren't short, but we were short 2 openers on Wednesday, and it was just such a mess, such a tire fire, that my back just gave up. So I had to stay home and rest so I could move. Gosh darn it. I've ruined it. I've lost. I've already lost. I missed one. It's over. Come on. Come on. This game is rigged. It's okay, this is good practice. Practice for what? Don't worry about it. Whatever you're imagining it's practice for, it's not what you're thinking. Maybe it is what you're thinking, I don't know. Oh my god. This is miserable. Okay. Get some tokens and try again, you knucklehead! Wow. Wow. The disrespect. I really do deserve more. You're not gonna give it to me. Man, you're really making me miss Egg Seal, though. You're right. Heg. If I was a streamer that did sound alerts, I would have Heg. Maybe Egg? But I don't know. I think I like Hat Kid going Heg better because it's just so ambiguous as to what she's saying. Hug? Egg? Yes. Hug an egg today. Because there might be a banana bird in it. You want to incubate that. Oh yeah, welcome to another gimmick level. I'm sure you've all noticed the giant saw blade chasing me up the tree. Now, I'm not a lumberjack. I ain't one of those, big city lumberjacks. But I don't think this is a very efficient way to cut a tree. I'm just gonna brute force through this. Didn't pick up the barrel. Whatever. Sorry, Dixie. It's been an honor to serve your country, and by country I mean cousin. Oop. Oh no. My footy pajamas have been ruined. Oh, was there a bot? Thank you for banning the bot. Uh-oh. Well, I was trying and failing to get my footy pajamas away from this rolling saw blade. You know what? It's a power move to bisect a tree this way on the vertical plane, the vertical axis. I'll respect that. Oh, I won't respect that, though. It's like, you know what everybody loved from Donkey Kong Country 2? Toxic Tower and also Castle Crush. What if we combine them into one stage? Everybody's gonna love that. And the music isn't nearly as good. It's fine. The music is fine here, but when you compare it to the castle music of Donkey Kong Country 2, it's not the same. Uh-oh. Brute force. They are Travis touchdowning this tree. I haven't even played No More Heroes, but I feel that sentiment. How'd they even started under the roots? It's like, this is Yggdrasil, actually. This is the world tree. And the saw blade is a metaphor for Ragnarok. You know, haven't you ever heard of, like, Odin Kong? More interesting than a rising water level. That's true. But it's not glowing green toxic ooze. I mean, it doesn't... I guess the saw blade is cooler than the glowing green toxic ooze. Where am I? Help. I'm up here. I'm invincible. Cool. Okay. They gave up. Or I guess it's their lunch break. It's a cool idea for a level, but since the stage is going at a constant speed, it's really just another auto-scroller. Yeah. That's the thing, too, because with, like, Toxic Tower, you can outrun it. And, well, Castle Crush, it sort of, in bits. Not really. She's sleeping. Oh, Wrinkly's asleep! I'm sure she won't mind if I save my game, though. Who's talking? This guy? I don't know, what's going on in his head? Footy pajamas, I guess. Stretch footy jammy like string cheese. The most literal saw trap. The rising water level is more interesting because you can actually outrun it. I was trying to think of rising water levels off the top of my head, and blazing bazookas, wasn't it? I was thinking about, oh, I can't even remember which Castlevania it is. I saw it on Game Center CX. It's the one where you can play as two different characters, and one of them has a spear. I don't remember. I want to say, was one of them Julius Belmont? I don't remember. Was it Bloodlines? Okay, thank you. Castlevania Bloodlines. Thank you! On the Genesis. Okay, thank you. I knew that one because I saw it on Game Center CX, and that one had a rising water level. There's a spider and I missed it. Hang on. Oh, there's gonna be death down here, but I have to look. I have to look. Oh, here we go. This is promising. I think. Maybe? No, it's not. This is back where I came from. There's no Belmont in that game. What are the names of the characters in that one? None of them are Belmonts? I know not every playable character in a Castlevania is a Belmont. But I always kind of had it in my head that the Belmont clan is, you know, usually represented in some form. Eric Lecard and John Morris. Okay. Eric Lecard is the spear wielder. Really? Is the spear wielding one, right? Son of Quincy Morris from the novel. I was about to say Castlevania novel before remembering, oh, right, the very famous novel about vampire. I really gotta read Dracula one of these days. Uh-oh. Whoop. Like lighting a fire underneath me saying, hey, you should read Dracula, Maury. Where is Squitter, though? Maybe Squitter's down here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, I needed that... Oh, I needed that TNT barrel. Hang on. And me. What's that noise? It was worth eating a deliberate death so I could hear that. I think. I guess your mileage may vary in how funny you find the fact that Kitty just screams when he dies. I mean, yeah. Relatable. But also, I would like to now quit goofing now that I see where the spider is. Oh, what have I done? I did it again. Maury, have some patience, by golly. No. Absolutely not. I'm so glad someone else had the thought. There's a Castlevania novel? Okay, fine. Fine, I need that spider anyway. Ugh. Where? What? No, take me all the way back up. Okay. What's down here? Oh, that's what's there. Just pain and suffering. Oh my. Okay, well I guess I can't go that way. You're supposed to go that way if you had a spider. Or not? Okay, now I can go this way. If you eat patience, you lose your medical license. Is that not some sort of Junji Ito story? It sounds like it should be. Or like a story in Frank and Fran. I was gonna say, does anybody else know that manga? But then I realized, no, Boogie knows that manga. Right? You know Frank and Fran, right? I cosplayed her once. Whoop. Excuse me. I haven't read all of it either. Only some of it. I like the juxtaposition of cute and horror. Oh. Uh-oh. Into the soup. Into the soup. I could probably just, like, helicopter, right? Yeah. Oh, into the soup. Into the soup. I have cosplayed her, yeah. Wasn't a great cosplay. Because I can't sew, so it's just, like, out of props I can assemble. And I don't think I look very good in a wig, but I guess because my eyebrows are too thick and too dark. I would love to, like, do another cosplay again sometime. If I had, like, the big money, I would love to get, like, a really nice costume commissioned. Because I love going about in cosplay, but I just don't have the technical skills to make elaborate costumes of my own. But just the joy of dressing up as a character, and then having other people like call you that character. It's fun. Like it feels like Halloween too. Like I was thinking to myself the other day. One of the reasons that I really into the soup. Oh no, we're okay. One of the reasons I really enjoy Splatoon is I feel like it into the soup. Oh no, we're okay. I feel like it sates my urge to play hide and seek. Okay. You know, I'm just gonna we were spared the because he went into the soup. Banana soup that is too hot. I don't know if it's banana soup. I don't think that the Kremlings would be making factories of the soup of their enemies, right? That would just, like, fuel Donkey Kong. Is banana soup a thing? Like, not called banana soup, probably, but soup that features bananas as one of the ingredients. Like, surely we live in a vast world. Surely someone has tried putting banana in soup. Now, I don't know how good it would be, but I say this as someone who doesn't really like banana all that much. Like, occasionally banana is okay. But I get texture problems from banana very quickly. Especially if it's, slightly too ripe. Hot smoothie. Oh, that's what they gotta have in Echoes of Wisdom. You know, they're having the smoothies you can make for buffs. You gotta have hot smoothies. Oh, I see what's going on. I have to actually do it correctly. Okay. Do I count plantains as banana? I don't know how similar they are, like flavor or texture-wise. I don't think I've ever had plantain before, so I don't know. I know soup with plantain is a thing. It's banana I'm not sure about. It maybe is a dessert, I suppose. I do like banana bread, yeah, but it's... Part of the reason I get put off by banana is the texture. Plantains are nothing like banana's texture or taste. Okay, well, there you go. So plantains and soup do not count for the purpose of this thought experiment. Low G Labyrinth. We're going to the moon. It's another gimmick level. This is probably the most fun gimmick level to play around in real life. Well, maybe. Jumping around in low G always looked like fun. I don't know if I'd want to do it in a... Why did I do that? In a tunnel full of bees, though. If I had not coptered, I would have survived. Oh, well. Oh, nope. Okay. Oh, we still got the scream. Strongly recommend mofongo if I ever have the chance. Turon's a nostalgic treat on your end. What's mofongo? Is it like a Filipino dish, maybe? Plantains are more like potatoes. I have heard they're very starchy. Do they have a sweet flavor at all? I've seen plantain... Oh, I think the grocery store I can buy plantains, but I wouldn't know what to do with them. And I think they're on the expensive side. Oh. Uh-oh. Ooh, okay, we're good. Bites you very slowly. Oh man, it's just full of banana. I risked my life for this. What's a Puerto Rican dish? Fried plantain with various filling. I would try fried plantain. I wonder if there's like a place to find. I'm sure somewhere around here. But Turon's the Filipino one, which is fried plantain in a thin wrap, usually with a sweet syrup. Do Filipino dishes tend to be on the sweeter side? I remember when I used to live with a roommate, Rip, who was from the Philippines, and sometimes she would share some of the stuff she made. I feel like a lot of the desserts especially were really sweet. Squished and fried plantain. I bet that has a nice crispy texture. Oh, that's mofongo. Oh. Gosh, I want to try that. I like trying new and interesting foods, and even if they wind up not being for me, I like being able to say, I've tried that, you know? I've had people say I'm an adventurous eater before. I don't know if I describe myself as particularly adventurous. It's just more, I have the urge to think, I want to know what that tastes like. And usually if something puts me off of food, it's the texture. There's certain textures I just can't really deal with. Not a lot compared to, I know some people have a lot more severe texture problems than me. But I definitely don't like hard things in soft things. Oh, bother. Yeah, actually that worked out. Damage boosting. Like, the thing that pops into my head is stuff in jello molds. I can't, I can't, Sliced up and squished. Google says cold banana soup is a thing in the Caribbean. Unrelated, but in a similar vein, you've had bananas on spaghetti a Somalian friend made. You weren't mad about it. Now, is that what they call damning with faint praise? A lot of Filipino desserts are very sweet. In contrast, you also love sour stuff. Vinegar is a common ingredient, and there's also tamarind soup. That does sound very good. I like sour. I was one of, like, the 5 people on Team Sour in that one Splatfest, spicy versus sweet versus sour. Nobody was on Team Sour except, like, me and Big Man. That's it. It's just me and Big Man and a bottle of vinegar and a bushel of lemons against the world. Oh, jeez. Also reminds me in a weird way, I had someone at work today ask for a tamarind latte. Which, I don't know if maybe that's ever been a thing at another coffee shop, but where I work, that has never been a thing. And I was just quietly baffled. Usually when somebody gets the name of something wrong, I can figure out what they intended. I'm not gonna make it through there without getting hit, so... I'm gonna get a Kong. If it makes me feel any better, you'd take sour over spicy. I knew you had taste. Ow. How does Almond Joy affect me? I'm allergic. There's your answer. Badly. Something from the Dominican Republic. Mango. There's so many, like, cuisines from, like, just places around the equator that I've never gotten to experience. I want to try. Oh, wait. I just went through this area blindly, thinking, like, where's the coin? And then I realized, oh, I'm Squawks. I can kill. I've been empowered to kill these bees, which I'm not going to be able to do in time, but I'm still going to kill them out of spite anyway. Nope. Yeah, I don't know if you can make a latte out of that. Maybe. Anyway, I didn't realize we were Squawks because I was too busy thinking about food. This is Quawks, I think? Boy, those Dixie balloons, they're something. That's a face, all right. Tostones. I am most definitely butchering this. Okay, that's bees. What's this way? I can pick up a barrel. Can pick up a barrel with relative ease. Makes crushing bees seem such a breeze. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Saying uh-oh, like you knew this was coming, Maury, and yet... I did say it correctly, yay! Speaking of culinary dangers, you found out today they made a Doritos liqueur. Huh. Would you try it? I would try it. I'm not a liqueur person, but I want to know. That's my curse. I remember years ago at Christmas, a cousin of mine had gotten like a bacon-flavored vodka, and I tried a little bit of it, and it was not good, but I don't know if I found it not good because it was just objectively not good, or because I don't tend to imbibe strong alcohols, that it just was too much. And also we just had it straight up. Maybe we'd be good in like a Caesar or a Bloody Mary or something. Tomat and bacon. Where you live, you have jibaritos? Is it like the J that's pronounced like an H? Sandwiches made with fried plantain instead of bread, invented by Puerto Rican immigrant community. That does sound really good. Doritos liqueur charged 65 American dollars for it. Well, I thought it was 75 and I was going to be outraged. And then I thought, woo, 65 American dollars for a Doritos liqueur. And that's a steal. Threading the needle. Oh. Oh, man. That's embarrassing. Would it be good in them? Like the bacon liqueur? Or bacon vodka, rather? Or the Doritos vodka? Ow. The Puerto Rican KFC Double Down. Well, that's it. That's it. Show's over. Whoop. Oh, wait. No. Show's not over. Everything's good. Ugh. Come on. I don't even need this, but I want it now. Because it's annoying me. Eh. Yeah. Yeah. You're so mad they don't go for a deliberately tacky thing like those too far flavored vodkas like birthday cake Smirnoff. Ugh. But again, I'm not, you know, I don't really drink liqueurs like that. I don't really do mixed drinks. So I don't really have a palate for them. What's down here? Death? Pain? Suffering? Oh. Yeah, we've been in here long enough. We can just move on. Why does low gravity make me go slow? Because Dixie is contemplating the gravity of her situation right now. I'm sorry, did you want a good joke? Don't give me that pity ha. You can give me that pity ha. Moonraker does that too. No, there's a quality movie. Pong's enemy. You must be destroyed. Now look at this thing. It's so analog. Also, welcome. I'm the newbie. Why does it have that function? The spinning saw blades? Oh. Man. No, I'm stuck with the toddler. Ugh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, the box in the corner. How does the line go? Nobody puts baby in a corner. Well, guess what? We just did. What'd the toddler do? He screamed. It's all he knows how to do. But you know what? If I was also newly minted into this world and was subject to the horrors of the universe, I too would scream. I can't fault him for it. What an unsatisfying hit noise that is. The one health point in these games stresses you out. You know, usually the one health point in games does stress me out, but I don't mind Donkey Kong Country because you can get up to 2. You have 2 monkey, which is very generous. Like, I don't mind so much, you know, if I have a way to replenish my lost health. Oh. Oh, a face that only a mother could love. It's probably hard to see from here, though. Where you going? Where you going? Uh-oh. Oh. Ooh, spoopy. Kitty Kong can't be 2 years old. Well, actually, I don't know. Like, I'm not a good gauge for what is a child capable of at whatever stage of development in their life. And also, I don't know how Kongs develop. He's gotta be younger than 2, right? Bzz, bzz. Kongs win! Does not compute. Next time we meet, Chaos will win. I got a ski. A single ski. You demand the ability to always be able to cobble together one more chance, and then one single chance over and over again. Desperately trying to keep that one ring in circulation during a boss fight. I want to read it as chaos. It's not chaos, but chaos. Sorting Japanese has obviously wrecked my pronunciation for things. Chaos. Blue's beach height. Hello there, Kongs. How are you? My name's Blue. Pleased to meet you. I get lots of people post, you know, or lots of posts, you know, but it's all bills. Not a single card. We're just like, ugh, this guy is sucking all the air out of the room. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Blue is a sad boy. He does need a hug. Unfortunately, Dixie and Kitty are cold and unfeeling monsters. No sympathy within their hearts. You remember this world being fun. Maybe you're a masochist. Is that... Have other people mentioned in chat their thoughts on this world? I don't remember my thoughts on this world. I haven't played this game in a very long time, so... Ooh. Excuse me. Why do these bears exist? I like that you tacked on no offense to why do these bears exist. In case someone here is a staunch defender in the honor of these forgettable bears. You know what? They exist because they walked so Banjo could run. So Banjo could tell and try. You know, because they're fun, yeah. Who doesn't love a good bear? Oh. Except for Grizzco. Oh, I can just go right back in. Who cares? How does one get the nickname the Human Cheat Code? That's cool. Okay, don't hit the Barracuda. We're good. The stage's music track is one of your favorites in the entire game. I do agree. The music here is quite good. Like, you know, Kapotoko, how our pal Luce, hello Luce, I know you're not here, but hello to you in spirit, describes aquatic ambience as being spooky sounding. See, I feel like this if you described aquatic ambience as spooky, it would be this song. I don't even really call it spooky, but it definitely has a more mysterious, foreboding atmosphere. And then you have Clownfish. Yeah, this is the spooky one. Melancholic. Existential. You know what, maybe the presence of these literal clownfish is then very appropriate. My one kind of beef with these stages is all the background detail and all the things, the coral jutting out from the side, is a little busy, and sometimes makes it harder to parse obstacles than it ought to be. Uh-oh. There we go, just gonna swoosh under there. Oh, heck yeah. I love and respect it immensely when somebody, like, memorizes a game and knows it really well. It's me in Donkey Kong Country 2. And yet me and 3 are just so different. From different worlds. Which, I mean, I never owned this game. And I've mixed memories of this game. Fish, fish. Fish. There we go. Well, you know, now I'm curious. If you know this game really well, I have to ask, from an expert's perspective, what's the worst level in the game? Because I know this game has a lot of polarizing levels, let's say, and some are more beloved than others, and some have a reputation for being comically miserable. I remember the levels that I don't like. But I'm curious as to... Look at this big guy. Oh, there he goes. Ooh, Food Fish Frenzy, where you're leading around a little... It's not one of those barracuda guys, but another fish, and you have to keep it well fed with the correct fish, or it bites you. And it's, like, awkwardly positioned behind you. Lightning Lookout, yeah, that's a contender. I don't remember the name of it, but the one that reverses your controls in the water, but then they're unreversed when you hop out of the water. Rocket barrels. Not this one, though. There is a particular Lost World stage. Not these rocket barrels. There is a very different rocket barrel. That's very awkward to control. And also, if you screw up once, you're basically hosed. Stampede Sprint. Oh, is that the one where you're Ellie and you're just uncontrollably terrified of Rados and have to speed your way through the stage? Poisonous Pipeline is a strange one, but the GBA version is easier. How does it control, like, does it control differently in the GBA version? Because I've never played the GBA version of this, although I am curious. Because if nothing else, I want to hear David Wise's take on the soundtrack. Like, the soundtrack this version has is good, but it's a very different feeling than the more electronic ambiance of the first two Donkey Kong countries. Less confused, so it's not a control thing per se. Uh-oh, I'm just going down. Just feels different, huh? One of these days I'll have to check out the GBA version. It would be hard, though, going for the Super Nintendo version to the GBA version. Hang on. What's this? What's all this, then? Aha! Oh, there's new levels in the GBA version? That I did not know. Oop, I almost just went past those. Now, wouldn't that be embarrassing? Okay. There's a whole new world? What? Gosh, and what did the Game Boy Advance version of Donkey Kong Country 2 have? A fishing minigame and an extra boss fight. Rip Curl Reef, that's the new one? Oh no! Oh, perspective. I mean, that makes sense, but also, oh. I bamboozled myself. Anything over here? No. Have an excellent night, Sparrow! If it is nighttime where you are. Have a good snooze. If not now, then at some point. Ooh. Can't one-cycle those bees. It is a neat effect, isn't it, going behind the waterfall? I remember when I was little playing this game, I was not very good at keeping Perry alive. Maybe it's just one of those obstacles, sort of like the rubber bouncy balls that Arik spews at you, that when you're a small child, it's hard to calculate the movement of. Oops. Like, just sort of, what is the word I want? Like, learning to calculate for that sort of movement. Woohoo. King. Whoop. Oh, that didn't work. That didn't work at all. Hmm. Well, it doesn't bounce, so... Not actually sure how to get this guy. And I'm sure it's very obvious. Oh, the fishing minigame was in the Donkey Kong Country 1. Oh yeah, Donkey Kong Country 2 had Funky's fishing, like, or the helicopter or something, right? Bag-a-Bug and Espresso's Racing. See, I don't remember that at all, but I think I played through the, why did I fall? Why did I do that? Anyway, I played through the, Game Boy Advance version of Donkey Kong Country 2, I think only once. I played the Super Nintendo version a bunch. But I guess just the GBA does not have the same je ne sais quoi. I'm glad Cranky doesn't know about this new console. If he did, I'd never be able to get him off of it. Not even going to bother. Well, I've already missed some of the DK coins, so it's like, eh. I mean, primarily the reason I'm streaming this tonight and not Hat in Time is because I wanted something I didn't have to think about as much. And again, I just had this weird urge that struck me today thinking, I want to play Donkey Kong Country 3. And I don't understand why the urge hit me, but here we are. I have to toss the barrel up diagonally to make it go slow, then take the ledges behind the waterfall to get the dudes. Oh. In retrospect, it's so obvious. I guess I was just a coward, and I didn't want to risk falling. Now I almost want to go back and get it again, or try again, rather. My shame. Ooh, eternal. Oh, you skipped DKC2, really? You played 1 and 3 heavily, but skipped the mid-kid. I remember... So 2 is my favorite, and I like 1. I've beaten 1 several times, but I was never quite as enthused about 1 as 2. I think 2 is just refined in a lot of ways. I also remember being really little and trying to get my dad to play it with me, the original Donkey Kong Country. He wouldn't because it was too hard for him. So all the adults are like, no, this is too hard, I can't play this with you. But I mean, you have to, you know, trial by fire. You play Donkey Kong Country until you get good at it. Like, no, I'm obviously not an expert at this game, and I'm going to embarrass myself and sound self-aggrandizing by saying this. I'm probably making this game look a little easier than it actually is, you know, which, again, sounds self-aggrandizing. I don't mean it to be. But these games tend to have a reputation for being quite difficult, but I've played a lot of Donkey Kong Country too, so the controls come a little more naturally. Get in there. Whee! Oh, it's raining and storming right now. Please send some to me. Oog, I love rain. Oh, you're playing through 2 now on Toxic Tower. Now, there's some good tunes. Oh. That's embarrassing. This game is on NSO, yes. So if you are enjoying what you're seeing, what you're witnessing, me just failing to do that bonus stage correctly, and you think I want to do better, yeah, it's on NSO. Have that. Uh-oh. Don't do that. The opening line of 1 week did not play for anyone, well, at least not for me, so it may have been a device in your home. Do you have a burglar blasting the bare naked ladies to announce their entrance? It would certainly be a choice. I do concur that, yeah, the first Donkey Kong Country is a bit simple. Yeah, as the spectacle, but it's probably the weakest entry of the series. And not just even the stuff in it, but just... Come on, man. I just... Mechanically, it's not quite as polished. I think there's wonkier hitboxes in the first Donkey Kong Country. It's definitely a lot more punishing. I would say 1 is the harder game. At least between 1 and 2, but that's because I played so much of 2 that it doesn't really register to me as a difficult game anymore. Which is not to say it isn't a difficult game, because Donkey Kong Country 2 is a difficult game. But, you know, when you're... Well, I got a life and I lost it again. When you're little, you know, you only have so many games to play, and you have a lot more free time, you beat your head against that wall until you get real good at it. You don't think any of the 3 of them are particularly difficult? I guess it's all relative, too. Like, if one plays a lot of platformers, then... I was like, I'm just gonna skip the middleman and do that, but that didn't work at all. Canadians just let off the sound of the bare naked ladies once in a while. It's a biological thing. No. Do not want... I'm not a fan. I already got this coin. What am I doing? Distracted, I guess. Did Donkey Kong make it bad? You know what? I mean... What's the thing that Donkey Kong Country has? The first one that... It's the same one, too. I just get impatient. A Donkey Kong Country has that the other 2 games don't. It's Donkey Kong. Oh my gosh. In my defense, you also forgot I did. See, well, that works out. I definitely play a lot worse on stream, just everything generally, because I'm half looking at the chat, but chat is part of the appeal for me when I stream. Especially stuff like this. Something about playing just retro SNES games like this and Mario World and Yoshi's Island, the same one, because I'm too busy yammering. But just something about those games, it just makes for really fun streams. And I think because it's the sort of gameplay where ideally I'm paying close attention to what I'm doing, but I'm always reading chat, so I make a lot of goofy and silly mistakes. But also, I know the games well enough that I can kind of get away with it. Kind of. Oof. Man, Automod really tried to censor cursing out that clasp, which is what the Exploding Barrel fellows are called. Clasp with a K, if you are listening to this. Tracker Barrel Trek. That specific Kremling in the minecart at the end is the problem. The heck you, Kremling! Many memories of the heck you, Kremling from Donkey Kong Country. Oh, goodbye. Thought he was gonna turn around. No. Whoa, that's a good noise. Oh. That's right, waterfall. There's 2 different planes to walk on. You know how I said earlier that the gators look cheese-flavored? Uh-huh. Is it? Oh, no. Well, bother. Okay, don't fall into the background. Okay. Everything's good. Those are blue raspberry. So we got lime bees. What are these fellows called? Like buzzers or something like that? Because they're not zingers. They're, oh boy, they're an offshoot. They're the Alolan form of the Zingers. They're the Northern Hemisphere version of Zingers. Buzz, thank you. Okay, do not fall down the mountain again. You know, something about these bees, the buzzes. Like, Zingers are so threatening in Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2. But these guys have just, like, rounder features, and they look somehow less harmful. Like, I trust them. Look at those eyes. Well, hang on a minute. Can't do it while I'm in the barrel, can I? Nope. Hang on. I need out of this barrel. Okay. There we go. Crumple blue raspberry flavored. Exactly. There we go. I guess I only really need to get one. But the insurance is nice. You always call those barrels Titanic barrels, because that's obviously what the T stands for. Okay, but if I fall down the stage, you'll have to sing some Celine Dion for me. Nope. Sklorp. Why are you not... Oh. I guess I could have just jumped on them, but then I ruined it anyway. I was trying to drink. I was trying to sup from the waterfall. But I guess you can only sup from the waterfall if you're behind it. Ugh. Yeah, I don't really register the T on the barrel either. I just see the arrows. Ugh, there we go. Who knew the answer was actually just to jump on them and not sup on the delicious waters of the waterfall? Ugh. Maury, you're not even going for 100% completion. I know, but it's just... Let me at least get, you know, as many as I can bear. Now, you know what? Yeah, I just wanted to be embraced. I felt lonely. I wanted to climb into the loving embrace of this beetle. Oh, my cat is on the desk. Uh-oh. Hello, Onyx. Everybody say hello to Onyx. I hope he is going to behave himself and not attempt to walk in front of the screen. Usually he doesn't come on the desk much while I'm actively streaming, but he is here. He is watching. I hope he does not try and bap. Because that's what he really likes to do, is try and put his paws on things on the screen. Like, I have a couple photos I took of when I was playing through Tunic of Onyx trying to bap at the fox. Do I need to sklurp? I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay. Focusing. Like, usually I kind of keep one eye on chat. And then... Oh, that's... Oh, wait. Oh, it bounces. It bounces there. Okay. I keep one eye on chat. My barrel! Oh, and on the other on the game. But I'm looking at my cat now, and my barrel's gone. Oh, it vanished from existence. It has been unbarreled. My barrel has been unpersoned. Oh. The toddler has been unpersoned. Hang on. Let me take a sip of water and tend to my cat. A moment, please. He's merely watching politely with his head tilted. Had to be on screen. It's so cruel, though, isn't it? This era of gaming when there's no object permanence, where if something is off screen, it essentially does not exist. in that moment, we are all Kitty Kong. Oh wait, no, this is... I don't need this anymore. I'm free. Whoa. Flamin' hot Cheeto Gator. I'm the newbie. Before I forget, what do you prefer to be called? Before I forget, as if I haven't forgotten completely until right this moment. But the other thing is, do you remember the name of those springy... I think they're called Coil, now that I say it out loud. Coil with a K. Oh. You see he made like a little, like, yeah, come get some. I didn't know they did that. Oh, hang on. I'm out of juice. I need to hydrate. I stole your joke about object permanence. Good. It's okay, I'll look away from the chat, and then that joke won't exist anymore, and you can make it again. That's how that works, right? I wonder sometimes if my cat has a concept of object permanence. A lot of the time, if I go into the bathroom, I will see his paw sticking under the door, reaching for me. And, like, I don't call out to him or, you know, like, touch his paw or in any way acknowledge. But he always does it when I'm in the bathroom. Like, so where does he think I go? Does he think I vanish? I don't know. Newbie is fine. Pronouns are literally anything. Excellent. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, here it is. Fish food frenzy. Look, we have a friend with us. I don't have a name for this friend. They probably have a name. There you go. But I don't know what it is, because I don't remember from the enemy parade in the credits. Come on. Come on. There you go. Nope. Why did you go out of your way to eat that? Yeah, I'm gonna go out of my way to put glass shards in my stomach. Nibla, is that their name? Thank you. No, don't eat it. Resist. Do not eat the pain. Oh, what did I just say? Uh-oh. Oh, man, I thought... Is there a secret down here? Nope. Uh-oh. 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 Hurry up, eat the clown. No, not me. My cat is fascinated by this. Like objects like this fish bobbing around. Oh, he loves it. Definitely just zooming past secrets. Oop. That's okay. I am here to survive. Come on. Whoop. Come on. Here you go. Time to bust out the don't put it in your mouth PSA. I feel like I need a cooldown before I can bring that up. You know, that particular bit of Canadiana. Because it's not funny anymore if you keep bringing it up, right? I'll have to find some other weird piece of Canadiana to weird out the non-Canadians in the audience. Onyx wants to be a gamer. He only knows one move, and that's BAP. It seems to be working out for him pretty well, all things considered. Eat it. Just eat it. Don't be picky. Freedom. Oh, the coil I was referring to is called recoils. Oh, thank you. Woohoo. Probably not as impressive since I didn't get any of the bonuses, but whatever. Is there like a secret behind one of these waterfalls? Like a banana bird? Squirt Showdown. Alright, this thing. Is this better or worse to behold than the banana bird? I'd say it's kind of worse right now. Eh. I don't like the way it's squinting at me. This wasn't the boss you thought it was. You were thinking of the other boss from a water stage, right? Oh, you have to hit the eyes twice, I see. Well, oh, that's not platforms. Oh. Remind you of the time you watched your baby brother play Donkey Kong Country 3. He wasn't good, but he was 9 months old, so you cut him some slack. Wow, Kiddy Kong real. I'm assuming if you thought it was a different boss, you thought it was, the big pointy boy. Aww. Did not get, the one cycle, as the cool gamers say. Yeah, if only Bleak were here. Which is gonna sound weird to people who haven't seen this game before. Good. That's some good aiming. I have a Class D elephant license. Whoa, okay. My elephant license has been revoked. He's winking at me. Sir, I don't think that's workplace appropriate. Man, I don't like bosses where you just kind of gotta wait around a bunch. Metroid Dread specific aiming has nothing on this. I want to see Ellie Shine Spark. Man, I should have said Class E elephant license. I was a fool. That's okay, that's what I've been demoted to. I lost my Class D elephant license, so I'm down to a Class E. Why am I terrible at aiming the water? Oh, oh. Class D for Dumbo. I'm gonna keep losing my licenses. You know, it's like being forklift certified. I'm pachyderm certified. Where does aiming upward hit? Oh, it's probably what I should be doing, huh? Yeah, that's much smarter. Forgot that was an option. It's not like Mega Man where you have one direction. Take it or leave it. Why are we fighting this crab, really? Like, what has he done to us personally? I mean, he's not, like, even menacing anyone, really. He's just chilling in his little waterfall cave. Oh! You know, I stopped myself, but there was a part of my brain, the reflex, that had me reach over and hit the A button on the right, or at least almost did, before remembering, no, Mori, this is not a Yoshi. You cannot emergency eject your soul from the chassis of this elephant. I cannot forcibly remove the Kongs from the body of this elephant. Hello, Amethyst. Congrats on starting college. Do you know what you're majoring in? It was the aggressor I just popped up. Be a terrifying abomination? I don't think that's reason enough for us to fight this crab. We should be embracing terrifying abominations. Well, I want to go to Metroid College. I'm going to learn, Scree and how to drain life energy and how to be weak to ice. That's it. That's all I got. College for little guys. It's got some sort of like Rocky Balboa look going on here. Ugh. Yay! Oh, it's like it's blowing me a kiss. I don't think I like that. Maybe then you would finally learn how to do the crystal flash. Is that thing you can do in Super Metroid, but only if like you have a certain amount of items and your health is low enough, and you do some button combo, and then you get your stuff back? I'm not explaining this very well. Okay, good. Bramble's Bungalow. I haven't been here, have I? Hello there, Kongs. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Bramble, the famed botanist. I'm glad those horrible machines are destroyed. Perhaps my beautiful flowers can start to grow again now. Oh, I guess maybe I was supposed to talk to him before I broke all the machines. You know, I break first, ask questions later. So, like, are your flowers good, or... Yes, I moved up here to get away from the smell of the machines, but it's been too dry to grow anything. Alright, good talk. See ya. Bye. Is there nothing here? Like this little... Why can I go here but not do anything with it? Okay, I have skis, so I should capitalize on that. Ugh. Let me in. Let me in. Biology, but you're not really liking it so far. Well, hey, you found 2 skis. Awesome. I've got all the parts I need to... stuff. But he said the line. He said, wahey. Bonkers. I built in a cool turbo feature that'll be sure to take you to new heights. Just press Y. Bonkers? Wahey? Funky Kong does not talk like any cool dude I have ever met. He talks like an even cooler dude. Is Wahey set in Britain or something? Maybe it's like local to Twycross only. Oops. Oh, it was B. It was B. Oops, 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 oops. I was sitting there thinking, is Twycross in Wales? I'm trying to remember. And then I forgot I'm supposed to be pressing buttons. There we go, okay. Has anyone encountered the phrase wahey outside of a rare game? I just read belatedly, poor Yoshi, he's not even in this game and I'm trying to kill him. I'm not trying to kill him. I'm trying to sacrifice him so that I may live. There's a difference. Like, I'm not actively wishing homicide upon him. I can't actually go to this house on the left. Or the right path. I guess I have to conquer K3. Not allowed to progress. Nope. Nope. No secrets. Oh wow, a frigid climate. You bet the boss is a lava monster. Oh, why would you put that there? You know what? You should get into game design so you can make that a reality. Have bosses inhabiting like wildly different biomes than what they look appropriate for. Just to mess with people. Oh, that's not helpful. Probably need to get rid of this fella, and there's like a secret past him, probably. Maybe? Actually, I don't even know if I can... rogue kitty up there. Hang on. They can't cling to the rope, can they? No. Get up there. Okay. We're good. Oh, balloon is gone. Not that I really need it. Famous last words, right? Maybe, I mean, I think I still have like around 40 lives-ish. But maybe something will come and some insurmountable obstacle will take all of them from me. I must be vigilant. If you're making a game, your one and only priority is, will this make the game funny? Which I think is objectively correct. I don't remember precisely what was being asked, but I do remember some thread or other question that was being passed around Twitter about, like, game design decisions that are objectively funny. How can I make this guy turn around? Oh. Whoa, that's, I was trying to see if I could get it to bounce and then roll that way. If only he wasn't so vigilant about turning around. There we go. Okay. Well, that was my idea. Whatever. Anyway, I think that's a good philosophy for game design, is just to make it hilarious. You know, it's like doing comedy. You're allowed to bend the rules of physics, for instance, if it makes for a better joke. If your primary objective is being funny, and you get to do whatever you feel is necessary to achieve it. And I think that applies for game design too. Whoa. Excuse me, excuse me. Ooh. These guys must have some terrible rope burn. I guess maybe that's why their hands are all red. Ooh. No. I was doing so well. It's all downhill from here. Oh. Just kidding. We're good. Tearaway Toboggan. Oh boy, another racing stage? Oh wait, there's a secret down there. No! Hang on, I want it, I want it, I want it. End me, end me, end me. Thank you. I was really hoping he would fall down that pit so he wouldn't have to hear the scream of the damned. Hang on. No. I guess I could always just come back to this level. I mean, it is right at the start. Oh, okay. It's just not the same as the coaster levels in 2. Maybe because I don't get the colorful carnival lights. Strawberry Gator, Cherry Bees, what? Like first Mario and now Donkey Kong were just contemplating the flavors of everything. This delicious smorgasbord of reptiles. There we go. Aha. Yeah, in retrospect, this is not the correct Kong. Please let me switch. There we go. Okay. Just get it. Gosh, I missed tobogganing. I haven't gotten to go tobogganing in years. I remember I had both like an old-fashioned sort of wooden toboggan that was, you know, your long, typical wooden sled with the, oh, same spot with a curled tip at the end. And that was a nice sled because it was unfussy and simple and lightweight. So it was easy to haul up a hill. I remember I also had this fancier toboggan, a sled that was black. Again, it's like always the same spot, that had a little wheel that you could steer its little skis, and that was cool too. But the downside with that one, it was a lot heavier than the wooden slat type toboggan. So it was more tiring to haul up a hill, but also it was, I think because of its weight and bulk, it was a lot easier to accidentally lose your grip on. And I don't know about you, but there's nothing quite as humiliating as trying to carry a toboggan uphill, so you can ride it, and then it slides out of your grasp and your mittened hands, and you have to watch it sliding down the hill without you. Tragic. I've definitely done that more than a few times. Oh, same spot. You think I'd learn at this point? I mean, me too. Me too. Nice that the music is already at like max intensity here. Jeez. No. Oh man, I gotta learn this stage. It's not like the coasters in 2 when I've played those dozens of times. And mostly this is just making me think, gee, I wanna go tobogganing. Okay, that's better. We can't say I've ever hopped on reptiles while tobogganing. Then you don't get a lot of those up in the north here. Oh. I was so sad. Why would you have that one sign warning me of a jump there, but not before any of the other numerous jumps? Oh well. Oh, like music to my ears. Oh, goodbye, bonus stage. Goodbye, kitty. Oh, goodbye, Dixie. Have a good snooze. I should probably call it an evening soon, too, huh? I wasn't even sure I'd be going late like I usually do on Fridays because of what a long week it's been and how out of it I am. But something about streaming energizes me, I suppose. Plus, it's fun getting to talk to folks. Versus, you know, I'm at work. I have to put on the customer service face. Man, I keep thinking I could bounce on that just by not pressing anything, and you can't. Live. Okay. Wait. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh well. Don't judge me, fat bird. You can judge me a little bit. I deserve it. Barrel drop bounce. I don't remember this at all. Oh, okay. Never mind. Yes, I do. As soon as I see the gimmick du jour, it all comes flowing back. Oh, there's no barrel there. Where's the gimmick du jour? Barrel? Barrel? There you are. Oh hey, one of these rectangular wooden crates. I haven't seen you since Donkey Kong Country 2. What's up, Pulp Slice? You're gone now. Seems like a waste of perfectly good barrels, if I'm to be completely honest. Oh, I had to keep going the other way. There we go. I like the way the enemies' voices echo in this particular style of stage. Oh, I'm behind the waterfall. Okay, I need to... There we go. Oh, parry. Oh, it was worth it to save my dear friend Perry, whom we all love and respect. Everybody remembers Perry, right? Everybody's favorite animal buddy. Is he still alive? Did I just lose him to the bee? I think I just lost him to the bee. Well, so long, Perry. But if I'm good at anything in this game, it's getting Perry killed swiftly and efficiently. I have no time for anyone else. The only safety that matters is my own. And even then, not really. Considering how readily I will throw these Kongs into an obstacle without thinking about it. Oh, there was a bird there. All right. Sorry. I know I am apologizing to the bird. Sorry, I didn't obliterate you, bird. Crack shot croc. Ooh. Am I gonna get shot at in this stage? Is that what's going on? I think it's that one. These kinds of levels always stressed me out so much when I was little. I mean, assuming it's the level that I'm thinking it is. I think it is. Yeah. Obstacles in games where you're continuously pursued always filled me with so much anxiety. And these days, it's not so bad, because I guess I'm experienced enough that I'm confident in dodging them. You know, and it doesn't fire that quickly or often. But when you're little, you know, this constant pursuit is harrowing. Like, I've never been very good at being chased in games. Ooh. Like those snipers in Splatoon's story mode. Exactly! The Octo-Snipers. Like, when I first played the original Splatoon, I found them really daunting to deal with. And now, I mean, if you've seen me stream Splatoon at all, you'll see that I just barrel directly into danger. Mostly with good results. Mostly. A lot more fearless. A lot more reckless, too. I think I definitely take a lot more risks playing games these days than I used to. I used to play very safely. Which is interesting compared to my brother's play style when we would play games together. He tends to play very recklessly. You know, like just throwing everything at a wall and seeing what sticks. And they're both good methods for approaching an obstacle, a challenge. Sometimes one works better than the other. But I was always very careful and methodical. You know, I'm that guy who would always read the manual in full before playing a game. But I guess I can't really do that anymore now, huh? Since manuals aren't a thing anymore. I miss the days of game manuals. With, you know, elaborate illustrations and instructions and... I've said before, but... I think about the manual for the original Donkey Kong Country. And how it talked about Cranky talking your ear off. Ow. And I just wanted to see if that banana was like some cool secret, and it wasn't. I'm dead. Anyway, Cranky like talking your ear off, or I forget exactly how they phrased it, but I took it literally. And I thought, like, if I stay... Oh, that's right. I have to do squitter things. If I stay on this screen in Cranky's cabin too long, will he, like, jump out of his chair and attack me? That's what little Maury thought, genuinely. I've always had a problem with taking things too literally, I think. Not the boiling hot cream soda. That's right. Crush soda is a brand in the States, right? So I think about Crush cream soda, I think comes in pink cans. Is the soda itself actually pink? I don't know. I've seen over the summer in the grocery store a lot of, here we call them freezies, which is the Canadian term for them. And I know they have a lot of different regional names. But one of the flavors of freezies they have, you can, like, buy jumbo ones at the grocery store all during summer because it's too stinking hot, is cream soda. But it's, they're white. They're clear. Okay, see, that makes more sense. That's why the freezies are white. Ow. Anyway, mostly I'm stuck trying to think, what are freezies called in other regions? Because I know it's not freezies. Freezies is... pain. Canadian. Ice pop? I've heard the only other one that's coming to mind is otter pop. And I almost want to say that's the Australian name for it, but I mean, Boogie's here, she could very clearly prove me wrong. Icy poles. I knew there was a different term in Australia. Otter pop is supposedly common, but you literally never heard it. When I first heard the term otter pop, and I thought, oh, that's really cute. But I've never heard them called that, and I figured, well, I mean, here we call them freezies, so of course I wouldn't hear that. Well, otter pop is a brand name. Well, I guess that would explain partially why I've never heard it. Maybe it's kind of like Band-Aids. You know, everybody calls the sticky plasters you put on to cover up wounds Band-Aids, even though that's a brand name. Which is weirdly now bringing to minds, in elementary school, we would have, for like a week, someone would come and teach all the kids skating. And like they would bring skates. And when I say skating, I know Canadian, but indoor, like roller skating, not ice skating. Hang on, is there a secret over to the left? But I remember, so at the start of class, you would go and ask for whatever type of skates you wanted to rent and give them your shoe size. And if you were renting, you couldn't call them roller skates, or roller blades rather. If you wanted the 4 wheels in a row, you had to call them inline skates. If you called them rollerblades, you'd be like, no, rollerblades is a brand name. They're inline skates. If you want them, you have to ask for inline skates. But I didn't have to worry about that. Oh, that's right. I get to be the guy now. I'm like, why aren't I hitting this guy? Because he's undercover. I didn't have to worry about that because I didn't trust the inline skates for whatever reason. I always took the roller skates. Plus, I just like them better aesthetically. And it's probably weird that I don't trust the inline skates, because I'm totally fine on a pair of ice skates. And those are even narrower than the inline skates. It's a perfectly descriptive term, but... you know, one of those weird hills to die on. Oh, right, I've lost a Kong. Wow, they took out that porcupine. Well, thanks, mysterious benefactor who also wants me dead. It's a very complicated relationship. Okay, I'm gonna, like, not fall in the cream soda. Probably. Oh, I mean, I could hit a bee. That is entirely possible. This guy hates spiders but likes bees. Too many limbs. Oh, that's so sad. They hate spiders, like bees, and also respect signs. Woohoo. Golly, it is late. Like, Wrinkly's right there. Lemguin lunge. No charger zone. Discrimination. No E-leaders allowed. The absolute worst Splatoon weapon to encounter is actually specifically scoped E-leaders with respawn Punisher. I will respect every weapon and combo except that. Sitting on your gilded throne, taking pot shots at me with respawn Punisher. Safe and secure, knowing that my short-range weapon cannot reach you. Oh, heck. Okay, I get a pity barrel. Oop. 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 Mori, please. Mori, please. There we go. 95 gals are worse. The 52 gal, I think, is one that I really don't like facing. Because they're very powerful. So they'll splat you in 2 hits. But they're very inaccurate, which really means whenever I try and use them, I just get frustrated because I can't seem to hit my target. But if I'm going up against somebody using them, I feel like I get splatted immediately. Which, of course, is just, you know, I was gonna say survivor's bias, and that's not the correct term. And then I think survivor's guilt, that's also not the correct term. E-leaders require skill and practice or thinking, and I don't want to sound like I'm knocking the skill that it takes to use an E-leader well, because I'm not. It just, in a very petty way, it irritates me when a scoped E-leader snipes me from across the map, and of course they have respawn Punisher. You're awake again. We're in a whole other biome now. Look, it's been nuclear winter. Everything is frozen over. Those are pretty fun to bounce on, I will admit. The 92 gal embodies the feeling of someone tapping you from behind, so you turn and get a finger in the eye. Yes. Yes. That's it exactly. I'm in the Yukon now, that's right. What's fastest? Let's try endurance. They aren't fun to play against when they have a good position, especially with a respawn Punisher. If a fool like you could beat me, I'll eat my hat. What hat? Maybe he already ate it. Because I have already beaten him before. That's why we're not playing a hat in time. Because Cranky ate it. It all comes full circle. Come on, Cranky. You know you want to miss. Ooh. Gonna be here all night. All night until our eyes are as bloodshot as that barrel's. Yay. Did he actually miss one? Get out of my tent now, you cheeky ape! Wait till I tell your parents. Oh, assault. Help. Yeah, Dixie's hat is nice. I would hate to eat it. It's a nice beret. I think berets are cute, but I don't think I look good in them. But then I don't think I look good in any hat. I don't know what it is. Bleak's house. Alright, let's fight the boss, then call it an evening. This'll be quick, right? This is why I've been training. Okay, I have to press A to throw further, I guess. Terrifying boss. What is it with rare and, like, haunted snowmen? Like, between this guy and the ones from Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, those guys freaked me out when I was little. Did I not hit him? Oh! Oh, I'm pressing A to change where I'm aiming, I see. I understand now. Whoop. 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 Is he wearing goggles? Ow. I was doing so well. Well, now we have to bring out the toddler to atone for my crimes. Whoop. 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 Scary. It's sad because you can hear from the timing of my gasp that I knew it was coming, but I just simply couldn't move out of the way in time. He looks despicable, doesn't he, though? Oh, I have to actually press up to aim further. I thought it was a different button, but no, I have to press up and down. Okay, I'm just a fool. I mean, not like it tells you how to do it. You just have to intuit. He looks like the penguin. Kinda. They probably get brunch together on the weekends, him and the penguin. Not Mr. Freeze, though. He's not invited. All he does is talk about his wife, and it just feels kind of weird. This boss is completely different on the Game Boy. How so? Oh, do you say Game Boy is in Donkey Kong Land 3? Or, wait. I shouldn't try and get him while he's doing that. I say while throwing a snowball at him. Oh, I thought he was gonna step back and gloat. Oh, Donkey Kong Land 3. So what's he like in that? Do you not throw snowballs at him? I guess because of the technology. I totally hit that. Come on, jerk. I remember in school we were told not to have snowball fights because they could have like rocks and bits of gravel in them. And ice. It would be dangerous. So anytime I see like characters in a piece of media having a snowball fight, just in the back of my head I think, no, it's dangerous. There could be rocks or gravel or ice or whatever in there. He really does look like the penguin. Like, there's definitely something DeVito in his shape. The target is so little. There we go. Jerk. Okay, I'm not gonna get ahead of myself this time. I'm gonna let him gloat before I go in for the kill. Maybe. I did it. Oh, I broke him. Standard side-scroller view. He aims his hat snowballs at you, and you throw barrels at him. He's also extremely easy. Oh. Okay. Well, actually, I need to go save. Hang on. Let me go see Wrinkly here. Does that mean you'll never get to have a snowball fight? Well, I mean, if you come somewhere with snow at the appropriate time of year, I mean, I'm not gonna stop you. Just make sure there's no rocks or ice or gravel in your snowballs. 44%, okay. That's not terrible, right? I still don't have enough coins to afford the fancy mirror, alas. In school, there was never enough snow for snowball fights. Here, the problem is because it's a desert, so our snow tends to be very dry, and you need wet snow if you want to make snowballs or snowmen or whatever, because otherwise it doesn't stick together. Yeah, if you have snow, but the quality is not right, then you're gonna struggle making snowballs and whatnot. Oh, goodness, sorry, big yawn. Wow, I guess it really is time for me to call it an evening. Thank you for not minding that I did a big stretch, something different than a Hat in Time today. I'll probably continue Hattie Time next week, or maybe I'll take an extra day next week and finish this, and then finish Hat in Time. I don't know. I realized today, like, well, Maury, you're the streamer, you know, you have the power, you can play whatever you want, and people just have to deal with it. Like, won't they be sad or disappointed if I don't play Hattie Time? No! Maury, people want to see you, have fun. And by have fun, I mean, like, fall off cliffs and stuff. I am in the driver's seat, it's true. Hang on a second. What is Tuesday? So Tuesday, I'll probably be continuing Veritas, because a patch for it is supposed to drop. I didn't realize the map music did this. This kind of freestyling here. I'm learning things. But aside from that, I guess more Hattie Time, more of this. I don't know. I guess I could just figure out when the day rolls around and see how I'm feeling, right? If I'm dead from work, again, I can always do this. Anywho, thank you so much, everyone. I very much appreciate your company. I hope you have a lovely evening and an excellent weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will catch you next time. Good night. Oyasumi nasai. Bonsoir.